Little Tokyo in the heart of Los Angeles, a Pokémon fan's dream where the streets are lined with official merchandise. But we're not here to buy licensed products. We're here for the dark and twisted underbelly of the Pokémon merch world. We're here for the bootlegs. Can we make these misbegotten creatures into Fakemon art? Can we help them find a place in the world? Let's find out together. Welcome to PewterCityJim's Bootleg Boutique. Welcome back, trainers. You're with PewterCityJim, and today we return to the Boot Lab. I know it's been a while, but I've been maintaining things down here. We still haven't managed to recapture Ceramorph, Sub-Zeroink, Choxic, or Blobule. I've been setting out food and water every day, and even buying them chew toys and other things to keep them occupied, so, you know, they should be at least comfortable down here while I figure out how to get them some better care. At least, that's what I would have said if the floor wasn't covered in a couple feet of water. It looks like my prediction about the aquarium glass holding, well, it didn't hold. Oof. Hey, if you're new here and at all confused about any of this, welcome. On this channel, we do a bunch of Let's Play stuff, but art is a primary focus, including creating Fakemon. In this 5-video series, I'm making unique Fakemon out of some of the bootleg toys I bought in Little Tokyo, Los Angeles. If any of that sounds like fun to you, I'd love it if you could do all those usual YouTube things. Remember, trainer, you are welcome here. So, the critter that popped out of its eggshell and then smashed its way out of the aquarium, that's based on this little blue Cacnea I found. When I saw it, I immediately thought of it being an ice type. Big icy spikes and spears, and maybe it could float on the water like a little iceberg. The idea evolved a bit over time and became more like a little grass type creature inside an icy shell. A bit like it's piloting an ice mech or wearing icy armor to protect it from the outside world. I started by drawing the rough shape of the icy Cacnea, and from there I figured out how I wanted the internal grass type to look. Kind of alien, kind of gross and slimy, but still sorta cute. Like something from the depths of the ocean. Some kind of kelp pod or seaweed creature. From there, I used different layers to shade and mold the contours of the ice and shape it to be like a jagged, crystalline Cacnea shape. Transparent and with little holes for a little internal creature to see out of and extend its leaves through to grab prey. And here we have ice seaweed, the cold kelp Pokemon. Ice seaweed drift around in the ocean, snagging prey as they float in the currents. No one knows how they keep their internal temperature so cold. Genetic analysis shows that they may not be of this world and possibly arrived here on meteors made of ice and galactic debris. It's the only bootleg to retain one of its core types. It's ice and grass. I toyed around with the idea of ice psychic or ice poison in earlier drafts, but this made the most sense and seemed the most fun to me. So, as we always do here in the Boot Lab, I've made a full piece of art for this creature. I recently got an iPad and Procreate, and I'm having an absolute blast with it. Having said that, this is the first piece of full art that I've made with the device, so it might be a little less detailed than the other bootleg boutique pieces. The honest truth of it is, this series doesn't get quite so much attention as other Fakemon content I make, and so I've been a bit less motivated to come back to it. To clarify that, of course I do these pieces of art for my own benefit as well. I just enjoy making things, but if it doesn't get a lot of attention on YouTube, that means that you guys are not enjoying watching it for whatever reason, and it's kind of my job to figure out what that reason is and to make stuff that, you know, sparks joy for you guys as well. I just didn't have an art contest or a challenge that I'd taken part in recently, and I did some fan art and bought back some older designs last month, so I wanted to do something new. So I came back to the Boot Lab to finish up this series. I actually really enjoy it, and I do love the art and designs I've come up with for it, plus I have a whole sequel series planned out for it as well, including having purchased several toys for it. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you think that's worthwhile. Maybe if you're a fan of Bootleg Boutique, share it with some folks you also think might like it. Anyway, in this art I wanted to give the impression of a deep ocean scene with these sort of sinister critters floating about in it. Like, this is not a place you'd want to fall off the boat or get swept out by a strong current. The sky's blue and yellow, so it's probably early morning. The sun's just coming up, but that doesn't deter these chilly drifters from looking for food. Carnivorous plants of the ocean. So, thanks for coming back to the Boot Lab one last time, trainers. I hope you like the art I made. I'm looking forward to catching you in the next one, but till then, take care. Bye.